Blacklist Games, and they have their new game Ultra Quest that's currently on Kickstarter for display. I'm not sure if you guys are actually demoing it in the exhibit or the.
No, we're pretty much showing the prototype here. We're kind of running through the overview, the terms, stuff like that. But we haven't done any full demos just because of space.
Okay.
And we only have the one copy.
That makes sense. Well, this is Brady and this is Adam. They're the designers of Ultra Quest. So how's this play?
Yep, so this is a fully co-op dungeon crawl. So you're going to play as these heroes that have fixed decks of cards. And each hero deck will have a character card, a couple pieces of equipment, and then your deck of action cards, reaction cards, and ability cards.
So these are the reaction?
Yep. Okay. Yeah, and you'll have a hand of those. You'll shuffle them up and draw 4. That's your hand of cards for the game, for the turn. And you'll also choose a quest deck to go up against a villain who's like the boss. And then you'll have a threat deck that controls all of the minions and traps of the associated enemy type.
Okay, so this is the Overlord's.
Yeah, he's like the big bad. Yeah.
And then that's his minion what he can do for the turn.
Yep. Okay. Yep. And then all of this. Think of this board being totally clear at the start of the game. You'll just choose which room you want to start in. You'll place the stair tile there. Let's say we're playing a one-player game with the valiant little Rowan, the Bury. Scout, he's going to go there. And so when you're playing the game, you're going to explore any direction you want. You'll just go through whichever closed doors you choose.
Okay.
And you'll have these action markers to mark the turn. And every quest is going to have a different way you win the game. In this quest, you're trying to find the altar quest, go figure. And you'll want to clean. You'll find this altar stone. You want to get that, take it to the altar, clean the altar, and that spawns the boss. And you want to fight him and win. If you get defeated, you lose. And some quests might have other timers involved. So the game's going to revolve around a lot of tests you do with these dice, and they're based off your attributes right here.
Okay.
So you have your strength, dexterity. And that's the number of dice you roll for tests.
Okay.
So for example, if you're doing like a strength test, let's say agility test is 3 dice, roll 3 dice, and each of these are successes, and these little shield symbols here, those are called focus. So if you don't have any focus when you roll that, you just gain the focus. You can have up to 5 of these. These are like a positive resource you have, so you'll bank those. Oops, sorry about that. It's okay. You get a free one now. So later on, if you were to do a roll of die like that, if you rolled results like that, you could spin these to convert those to successes. So that'd be now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Okay.
So it's kind of a positive currency you want to store up, and you also have abilities that might trigger off your focus. Another cool feature of the game is the altar dice, the other type of dice.
Okay.
So these dice are going to be fixed, and they're part of the altar here, and they're all different types of runes that correspond to these symbols on different cards.
So exhaust.
The exhaust effect means you can exhaust that card, roll that type of die to do that effect. So Rowan, for example, has this trapper's rope. He wants to get to this door, but doesn't want to spin any actions. So he'll spin this exhaust effect to roll this is like an earth symbol. He'll roll that, put it back in the pool, and that adds a flame to the pool now. But now he can do the effect, which is move to any space in the room. So he's going to move there. He'll choose to open the door, and that'll reveal that room and see what lies ahead. Okay. So whenever you reveal a room, you're going to draw a feature card. It'll tell you what's in that room, what kind of room it is. That's the alchemist table, so you'll place that on the feature space there.
Oh, nice.
And then you'll draw a threat to see what's in there.
Ooh.
And before the threat, you draw a quest card. Okay. This is the narrative of what's in that room, so you'll read the little flavor text.
Oh, instead of reading gallery like a book, it's on a card.
So it'll explain like what you see in there and how that might affect the quest. And usually these will attach to that card, so now you can track which room is which by the anchor. So this is the alchemy room. You'll find this in there. Okay. So it's a good way of tracking that information because you might add tokens to there. Say you search there. So it's a good way to just kind of visual reminder. So then you put your Frox Raider out there. Now you still have your 3 actions to go. So let's say you're going to spend an action to move. So you'll move on in there. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the standard movement, 3 spaces. And now you'll spend your other action. Let's say you want to attack him. So your Bury knife has an attack on there. You're going to test Might 2. So you grab 2 dice because it's the...
Okay, yep.
And you'll roll these 2, see what you get. So you got a crit, which is awesome. So you're going to roll another die. So that's 2 successes plus a focus. So
you had focus.
Yep, and you had a focus here. So now he's going to block one of those naturally from his armor. So you'll deal 1, and you can spin this to do a second one. So you're doing 2 damage to him.
So can you spin this the same round that you get it?
Yep. Okay. It's a free currency.
Just not the same test.
Right. And then also another cool feature is whenever you defeat minions or search, you're going to find a resource called supplies. And these are like random knickknacks you might find, like health potions, ropes, like little weapons you might find, anything that you might find in a dungeon. So let's say you already have one of these from a previous search you did, so you want to attack them again, but you want to bump that up. Each test you do, a hero can take a supply from the party supply, discard it to add a die to the roll, so now you're rolling 3 dice.
Okay.
So we bump it up. So now we have a crit, a regular success, success with a focus, and another success. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have any focus, so we gain 1. So he's blocking 1, we're doing 3 to him. He's almost dead, so he's got 5 health, 5 damage, but you don't want to waste that last action doing a whole attack for that. Yeah. So you have another cool effect here on his...
the exhaust?
Yeah, the Bury Knife. A shadow effect lets you stab him for 1 damage, bypassing the armor, so now he's defeated.
And that's as long as that one of the altar dice show that symbol that are there.
Yeah, because
every time you're rolling it and putting it back.
And it's dangerous though too, because the enemies will use those as well.
So what's that mean?
If you leave water in the pool, he'll trigger that.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of
so
how.
okay.
Yeah, that's kind of how combat works. You defeated him, so you discard this. The figure goes away, and then you also get a supply. Every time you kill a minion, you get a supply. So that's your back to your party supply. And you have 1 more action, and let's say you're going to go ahead and use that action and move back here.
Because you can inspect this?
Yeah, so you can search that later. So that's going to be your turn. Then on your after you're done, you flip this over and you'll do your threat turn. You'll normally activate all the threats in your area. Right now you just have this quest card, and it's going to add more quest tokens to it, because the longer you take to find this altar stone, which is somewhere in the dungeon, the more corrupted it's getting, the harder it's going to be to cleanse.
Right.
But once you find it, you're going to take it to the altar when you find it. You're going to do these this cleansing ritual, and you'll do random tests to try to cleanse all the tokens off that stone.
So for each stone you do a card?
Well, you'll draw a card to see what the test is. Like this one, for example, is through the glamour. So you'll do a charisma test, and for each success you get, you'll discard a token from there.
Okay.
And once it's all discarded, you get a discard.
Those build up every round though, so the longer you take, the harder it gets.
Yeah. That's kind of a little overview.
Have you thought about putting like a white background, so that way those can be a little more visible?
Oh, on these, these aren't the final graphics. Yeah, these are all just the prototype ones. But yeah, we're going to be fixing the usability a little bit more, the UI. So this was actually printed back before the Kickstarter, so we actually sent them out to
these are kind of old. Okay.
Yeah, so it's close, but not quite yet. So
Promo for the Kickstarter, basically.
Yeah. Okay, and so these are all the components that you would get with the game, except for the mat.
Yeah, this is about a third. You'd get more than this, but yeah, you'll get all the features. It'll come unpainted, obviously, but you'll get all the figures, and it'll be a total of 6 quests. Is it 2 other?
There's 3 villains and 3 threats.
Yep. And then
do they have their own faction, I guess you'd call it?
Yep.
Okay.
And the villains and the threats can mix and match. So the frog can lead the frogs, but he can also lead the pigmen or the vampires.
Okay, so what are the factions? Like you said, the frogmen, pigmen, and vampires?
Yep, that's the core game.
Okay.
So it's the Frogs, the Raglanders, and the
Thralls.
Thralls.
Yeah, and then the designer of Gloomhaven, Isaac Childress, he actually designed an expansion that has like the werewolf enemy faction in there as well.
Okay.
So.
And a werewolf hero.
And a werewolf hero, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen that on your guys' Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I was waiting to at least see it before I backed it.
Right, yeah.
You're not alone. We've had a lot of those.
Yeah. Luckily, the majority of people are like, all right, backed.
Well, hey, thank you for your time.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.